understand that Theory lost his title, but Adam Pearce, you are a dick for this. 100%.
Of
Like,
all superstars that I would have accepted being added into this godforsaken match, Theory was not on that list.
you put in Theory, and everybody will agree with me when I say this. Justice, you will agree with me when I say this. That incident is like Royal in the Rumble that happened this past Royal in the Rumble this year. That's what the whole thing reminds me of. Brock Lesnar loses his title to Bobby Lashley, won a game redemption, entered at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, and beat everybody and became and
Now,
have a spot
the
at
only difference is that Brock winning that Royal Rumble, like, even though, mind you, the Royal Rumble freaking sucked. The pay-per-view, definitely one of my bottom pay-per-views. The only thing I can give WWE credit for was the UFC heel stick fighter of both him and Rousey winning their Royal Rumbles being pretty clever. That's the only thing I can actually freaking give them credit for.
former
But
UFC wrestler.
Brock shouldn't have been in that match. They definitely messed up a lot in that match, you can tell. But Theory getting into Money in the Bank without ever qualifying after losing a championship, not even retaining it.
I'm telling you, it's just like the Royal and the Rumble match. It's basically the same thing. Theory loses his title.
Like y'all, Vince
Pierce
is
enters
there
the
no
match.
more. You don't have to keep hyping up his poster boy. Like
I'm gonna tell you, everybody knows. Look, there. It's very similar. It's very stupid similar. Theory loses his title same night. Enters the Mr. Money in the Bank ladder match same night. Brock Lesnar, Royal Rumble, loses his WWE Championship to Bobby Lashley same night. Enters in the Royal Rumble at number 30, beats Drew McIntyre, like F5s him out the ring, and he wins the men's Royal Rumble. It's the
maybe it's
same
Lashley.
thing.
Maybe that's the common denominator. Is that if you lose your title to Lashley, they'll just give you shit because they realize you're probably gonna lose in the beginning and we feel kind of bad. So here you go. Like maybe he's the common denominator, but it is absolute crap. Theory should have not been in that match. He didn't qualify. He honestly never had the freaking skill to even qualify if he was going to try to. So he, of all people who could have honestly at least felt like they earned their spot in that match, he was not one of them whatsoever.
The match was the funny thing about the match is everybody was trying to take out Omos. It's like pulling a Big Show in the ladder match. It's like
Omos is another beast. He's just big. Them piling those ladders on him was hilarious.
That was hilarious. It got to the point that like Drew McIntyre Claymore kicked him up the ring, and he was still on his feet.
Omos is on drugs. That's the only only option I can get. The dude is huge, and
7'4" giant. Respect.
Like I have to respect that man, even though I don't like him.
He's called the Nigeria Giant, the Colossus, for a reason.
Like he's huge. Superstars. Like once he gets his skill up, that's gonna be so scary. When that man gets the boldness to climb to the top rope, that's gonna be scary.
Because imagine almost winning the Money in the Briefcase ladder match. Imagine that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would honestly just accept it. He fought good in that match. I will give him that. He held his own, even with everyone against him. So I would say he earned it at that point. If he managed to get that briefcase down, he earned it. And I can't wait for him to challenge Roman. because everyone knows that's the one he'd be going for. Obviously.
What do you mean that's the only person you'll be going for? Because she's the one that has both titles.
Yeah, but technically he could go for Lashley as well, but that's not gonna happen.
What? Okay. What Money in the Bank ladder match winner ever goes after a mid-card title?
Didn't that
ever
happen times?
Huh?
Didn't that happen once? I feel like that didn't happen too long ago. Well, I think it looked like he was going. It was something like I think he was going to try to cash it in, and then it didn't end up happening because I think the ref got knocked out. I don't know. I don't remember. It was like a while ago. It was for the Intercontinental.
Like, obviously, if Sami Zayn, I feel like the only person that would cash in on a mid-card title in that match would be Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Sounds probably. If he was sticking it out with Roman.
Like, obviously, because Sami Zayn literally said it, I'm not gonna go up again. I'm not gonna, cash it on you, Uzi. But you know how Sami Zayn is. He's slick as fucking sneaky as hell. So even though his words will say, his actions will say different. Like, honestly. Like, you gotta admit that. Like, he will say, "Oh, I won't cash it in on you, Uzi. Like, I love you to death. But Sammy, we know how you are. Come on now. We know how you are. Don't try to butter us up and saying like, yes, like you want to be part of the bloodline. Like, come on, no. It's not gonna happen. And on top of that, like, you have Drew McIntyre, you had Sheamus in there, you had Riddle. In my mind, I thought Riddle was gonna win that. Like, honest truth. I really felt like Riddle was gonna win that.
I really did too, man. Riddle, honestly, I'm proud of Riddle. I'm gonna go ahead and say that now. The way he held his own in that match was impressive. I really thought it was all gonna go to him. Like I honestly thought it was his time.
I was about to say, man was former United States champion. Man held the Raw Tag Team titles for the long time. They held it for a long ass time. 2-time Tag Team champion. And now, the man had a WWE Championship opportunity before it became, before he became Roman became the undisputed champion. He had a, elimination chamber match against Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley and all them. Obviously lost, got eliminated.
Yeah.
Now he had an undisputed, world heavyweight championship title opportunity, lost, couldn't get another rematch. And this man was close to winning the Money in the Bank ladder match. If he would have held his own out to Theory just a little bit longer, knocked off Theory, probably get almost out of nowhere and knock him off. And, probably almost comes out of nowhere, knocks off Theory again. Riddle gives up, gets the contract, and does it for Randy Orton. Because honestly, one of the memorable moments out that night, besides, almost getting piled on by by ladders.
Yeah.
I feel like the most memorable moment at the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was Riddle RKOing Theory off the tallest ladder in that match.
Which was very highly entertaining.
Because, we see some crazy
also seeing Theory get beat up by McIntyre and Sheamus with the beats to the chest, of them proving which one could do it better, was absolutely hilarious.
And then next you have Butch coming. I'm like, bro, why are you here? Get Butch out the ring. I mean, I know it's no disqualifications, everything, no count out, but why is he in this ring?
It was absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, he probably cost Sheamus the match.
Probably. Even when Sheamus was even when he was getting introduced and just going that match, Butch was like, being in front of Sheamus and be like, let me whoop the match. I'm like, bro, you are not in this match. Control your stupid puppet. Like, control the puppet. Like, he's like, they. All right, I'm gonna go off the match real quick. They did Pete Dunne so wrong. Pete Dunne was a champion. He was a good champion in NXT UK, and he was like a good wrestler at NXT. Ever since he reached the main stage, he's been completely dog shit.
Yeah.
And I'm being serious to say that he's been completely dog shit. He was a very, very long, like, NXT UK champion, and then he had a very good run in NXT UK. Then he had a very good run in like regular NXT. Ever since he had the name change, had the clothing change, and becoming this hyperactive, weird person that just wants to fight people and beat up people all the time for no apparent reason, they've made his character go down so much, or him as a wrestler go down so much, because that's not the Pete Dunne we know.
Nope. But
I guess I gotta go. That pisses me off.
That match, I hate even think about it. That match altogether, honestly, like, even though like the fighting was great, it was kind of humorous, and it, like, to be honest, it was enjoyable to watch. Was probably the most disappointing match of the night.
I'm not gonna hold you. Madcap Moss held his own.
Yeah, I agree.
You can hate on him, but he held his own. I mean, a lot of people wanted Ezekiel in the match more than Madcap, but either way, either Madcap or Ezekiel, they would have added something good into the match.
I agree. I would have taken Ezekiel over Theory.
Oh yeah, imagine said, here's your like eighth man. If they said Ezekiel, I'd be like, yes, this match is about to get better.
It would have just helped elevate it. The energy would have been wild.
But no,
there's so much potential.
There's always
so much potential that they just pass over.
But nah, you pull the Brock Lesnar. That's what WWE did. They pulled the Brock Lesnar. They said, this happened in the past, so let's do this again.
They don't know how to flow with the times, keep things updated.
They don't. They really don't. Like,
here's the, I feel like even if they like hired younger people who are more innovative and have better ideas, they still wouldn't listen to them.
Like, you know what's funny as well too? Theory got knocked out early in the match and was outside the ring the whole entire time, and then after the last 5 minutes of the match was fighting Riddle, and then after that, Theory became Mr. Money in the Bank at 24 years old. Yes, that is a record. He is now the youngest man to ever win a Money in the Bank briefcase, but he's the most annoying wrestler to win a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Agreed. Those selfies be getting on my nerves.
Like, bro,
enough with the selfie. I hope he cashes it in and lose soon.
Oh. If he's gonna cash it in I'm sorry. If he tries to cash it in at SummerSlam after the Last Man Standing match, all I gotta say is this: if Brock Lesnar wins, Theory will get squabbled. If Roman retains, Theory will still get squabbled.
Yeah.
I'm just telling the truth. It's not even sad. It's the truth. Like, you're basically wanting him to become a young John Cena. I don't see it at all. You want him to become the youngest guy like Cena, wins at everything. Still, like, yes, you got the young part right. Him winning the United States title at a very young age. and then him winning the Mr. Money in the Bank like briefcase at a very young age. You got that right. But him becoming the youngest champion at a very young age, like a world champion, I don't see that happening. Not now.
Nope, it's bull. It better not happen. I swear to God.
As long as either Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar has the titles, you're not gonna see him become world champion anytime soon. And especially whenever Cody Rhodes comes back and Randy Orton comes back, he still won't hold that championship for who knows how long. Because if Cody Rhodes comes back and if Theory's champion, Cody Rhodes will demolish you. And if the Viper comes back and you're champion,
you're dead meat.
You're dead meat. Yeah, that's it.
You are walking chopped liver.
100%. You are not gonna be. I feel like if Theory was world champion, I give it a month max. I give it maybe a month to 3 months. After that, he won't hold the title that long. If you hold the title longer than 3 months, I give you props where props is due. But overall, you're probably going to have a failed cash-in attempt. You could have gave it to anybody. You could have gave it to... I would have been happy if it was Moss. I would have been happy if it was Rollins again. I would have been happy if it's Riddle. Shit. If Baron Corbin was in this match, I would have been happy if it was Corbin. And that's sad because he sucks. Oh.
It's a lot. It feels like it's too much to think about. It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's only been, what?
A day.
A day. It's only been a day. And, oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see on Monday Night Raw what this man says. But just him, I can't look at that title the same now. Not the title. I can't look at the briefcase the same now. I can look at it. It means nothing. If it's on Miz, I can look at it if it's on Riddle. But Theory holding the briefcase, I can't look at it the same anymore.
No, I would take AJ Styles over him in a heartbeat. There's so many superstars that I dislike that I would have taken over him in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know at this point. I know you're his poster boy. You're supposed to be kind of like a bootleg John Cena, but it's not happening.
It's not. He's not John Cena. No one can, let's just be honest. No one can ever be John Cena.
John Cena.
He's still around. So definitely no one can be John Cena.
I know they're trying to hype up John Cena versus Theory in a later pay-per-view, but
it's going to be John Cena all day.
It's John Cena all day.
When he take him on, he need to give that man 20 attitude adjustments.
I won't be. Look, you have an attitude adjustment on the table. You have an attitude adjustment on the announce table. You got an attitude adjustment, then roll up, do another attitude adjustment, and then do an attitude adjustment off the second on the top rope. Attitude adjustment on the steel the steel.
Literally drive all the way to my apartment, do an attitude adjustment off of my balcony. No, I'm kidding.
Off of the balcony onto 3 tables stacked on top on each other.
Give me an attitude adjustment off of a Hell in a Cell. Give me.
Ooh, that would be good. And then attitude adjustment off the Hell in a Cell.
That shit would hurt, but yes, it would be good.
He'll be injured for
I'm about to say, if Shane can jump, then so can we. No, I'm kidding.
So overall, we the weirdest outcome came, and the weirdest outcome won.